Damien Corney is mad about signage. He's the founder of Grafico, a Melbourne-based business specialising in custom print wallpapers, tiles and auto wrapping. The business is thriving, so much so his team has almost outgrown the warehouse. So Dan Carr from NAB is here to take Damien through his option when it comes to funding the next phase of business growth.
So can you tell us why you chose to start your own business?
I chose to start my own business. I was quite young. I started the business up whilst I was studying design at university and always wanted to work for myself, and then grew the business over the years and graduated, and then decided, well, I had no real commitments there. I had no family at the time, or a wife, so I decided, well, I'll take the plunge, and went straight into it, and sort of 15 years later, here we are.
Yeah, so Damien, you've come a long way in 15 years. What's next on the cards for you?
Approximately about 2 years ago, we put a mezzanine at the back here, and that helped us grow immensely because we put our production team in there and our wide format printers and all the machinery. And that's worked so well that we've sort of gone back to the people that built that and started designing another one to sit at the front of the factory. If we can complete this mezzanine, then we can continue the growth path that we're on. So we can add some more staff and team, and we can expand our production facility. So that basically also enables us to stay in our warehouse here without having to move, which is not something we want to do.
So have you thought about how you're going to finance the extension?
Yeah, look, we have. Initially, the first one that we did, we did that ourselves with our own savings, but this particular plan is going to probably be a little bit larger and require a few more funds, so we would probably have to look at some financing options to help us complete that construction. What are your thoughts on how that could be financed?
Yeah, so look, I think the things that we'll go through I'll probably break into two parts. The first one is the construction itself and the project itself. You know, again, how much of your own retained cash have you got to put into it? Do you have security to offer that might make the interest rate lower? What sort of term do you think you'll need to be able to pay it back? But then the second side of it is, you know, this project's going to generate additional growth, additional employees, etc. So we need to think about your working capital. You're probably going to put some equipment and some new equipment into that as well. So we should consider the full range of financing around the project, probably not just the construction. What I've found is really important is that in the early stages of kind of assessing a project, just you understanding what different financing options, whether it's, you know, retained earnings, whether it's working capital, or whether it's longer term debt, and how that impacts how you go forward with your expansion.
Well, I guess being from a design background, we're not traditionally great in finances, but having our business coach on hand and our accountant, of course, has really sort of helped us get in a new sort of mindset that we haven't been before. He just kept giving us that old analogy that, you know, a pilot can't fly without its instrumentation, and the business is the same. So without measuring our performance, whether it be as simple as sales or financial performance, then, you know, we're kind of flying blind. So we've really learned that over the years, and that's been a big change of how the business has been run.
Grafico is run by a husband and wife team, passionate about spicing up spaces with their custom design prints. Damien and Adele started the business 15 years ago, and it's come a long way since then.
Well, basically, because we've really sort of focused on our sort of business processes in the last few years and expanded our team quite a lot, I think basically we've got a proper 5-year plan now, and we're sort of looking at growing further. There's a few things that obviously holding us back, but we want to get over those so we can grow more.
The main issue holding them back is floor space, so it's time to bring in the builders.
So I jumped online and I saw that NAB has a quick biz option. Is that sort of loan something that could be suitable for us?
Given our chat earlier and knowing that you're using Xero as your accounting package, you can actually apply online. And in most cases, we can actually draw down that loan and get you your funds within a day of receiving the contracts back. But we also have instant links in with MYOB Essentials accounting as well. And we're soon to have a link with QuickBooks accounting as well for other people who use different accounting packages. And even if you don't have cloud accounting, you can actually just manually upload to the website and still go through that QuickBiz loan application process.
So what sort of documents do we need to provide to make sure that the application's successful?
Yeah, good question. So look, obviously what we're trying to do here is make sure we've got the right information to make the right decision for you and, recommend the right solution. But also we don't want to be going into like really onerous areas of documentation that's time consuming and expensive for you to prepare. So for the type of scenario we're talking about with the mezzanine extension, the key pieces of information are going to be up-to-date financial accounts, the business plan you've been working on with your business coach, and then also any forecasts you've got associated with it, because this plan is about growth in your business, so it's important we take that into consideration.
So why do you think it's helpful to have a point of contact at NAB?
Yeah, so look, as you'd know, no business is the same, and businesses are really dynamic. Being in business is really dynamic. So as you evolve, you're going to go through a wide variety of needs to get in touch with banking, whether it's be you open a new branch and you need to be able to take payments, or you go online, you need to be able to take payments. Maybe you start exporting overseas, or a lot more of your materials start being imported. There's many events that'll kind of drive you to need some form of banking service or solution. And at NAB, we've got a wide variety of people who can help you with that. So it's not just your business banker, but they have access to a wide range of specialists, from people who are specialising in equipment finance, interest rate and currency risk management, transactional banking and payments, and even trade and working capital solutions. So having that point of contact with us allows you to access a wide variety of expertise when you need it.
If you want to apply for a NAB Quick Biz loan, there are several criteria you need to ensure you're eligible. Firstly, you must be a sole trader, a partnership with up to 2 partners, a company with up to 5 directors, or a trustee of an eligible trust. You must also be registered for GST, have a valid ABN or ACN. You'll need to provide 12 months of business financial data from your accounting package. And finally, you must be at least 18 and a permanent resident of Australia.